few minutes from the book of Psalms, the 20th number of Psalm. And I'm looking at two verses. And you can read the entire 20 division of Psalm. I'm going to read two verses, and it's read. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. All right. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary. All right. And strengthen thee out of Zion. All right. In the first verse where I get my thought from, the Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. And I want to talk about the Lord hears, or either God hears. How many of you believe that God hears? Amen. Amen. That's what we want to talk about. God hears. Amen. 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 Thank God for his blessing. Thank be to God for all of his goodness, and that he has bestowed upon each of us. He didn't have to allow us to be here another day. But I don't know about you, but I'm glad he did. There is a song that said I could have been dead and buried in my grave, but he made, talking about God, he made death behave. And he have given us all another chance. Amen. We noticed today that our text come from the book of Psalm. Amen. Psalm is a familiar book to all of us. Even from childhood, most of us have read somewhat in the book of Psalm. And I think all of us are acquainted with especially the 23rd number of Psalm. The writer is none other than David, and we know who David is and was. And in this particular number of Psalm, David is saying to us that God hear thee in a day of trouble. We all have trouble, don't we? How many of you have trouble? Amen. You know what? Funny thing about it, but when you have trouble, you don't go to mom or daddy too much because they can't help you. Amen. If you go to a friend, loved one, you find out they have the same kind of problem, or either worse problem than you have. So they can't be no help to you. So you have to go to somebody that you know is able to help you. This psalm that David writes today, he addresses this psalm to the chief musician. David himself was a musician. David, we know who he was. He was the 8th son of Jesse and the youngest son of Jesse. And David also was known for his device, for his different skills, both as a musician, warrior, and a writer of songs. David, he also was king over Israel, ruler for over 40 years. And he united the people of Israel together. He led them in victory while in battle. Amen. In order to lead somebody to victory, you got to be a brave warrior. And David was not a coward. One reason why that David was able to conquer, because he had somebody on his side. Somebody who was able, amen, to go before him. And David states in this 20th number Psalm, he said, the Lord hear thee in a day of trouble. And I just say all of us have trouble. And I talk to many of you sometimes a little bit, and you don't really know what I'm saying. I tell you about some of my problems, some of my trouble that I'm going through. And it become foreign to you. You don't even understand what I'm saying. Amen. 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 I'm speaking a different language to you. Amen. Amen. Seems like I'm speaking Dutch. Amen. Amen. And you don't understand Dutch. And sometimes it seems like I'm speaking Spanish to you. Usted habla español. No habla español, señor amigo. See, usted habla inglés. And I speak English, not Spanish. Amen. Amen. The gate is deal. How you feeling? Feel good. I feel good. Amen. Amen. Sometimes it seems like I'm talking to you in foreign language and you really don't understand what I'm saying. I try to translate it, but you still don't understand my translation. And David here, a man, and it is said on one occasion, God himself said that David is a man after his own heart. It's good for God to recognize who you are towards him and your relationship to him. Some of us, we come to the Lord's house on Sunday, but we fail to have a relationship with God. Amen. We look at everybody else and say how they're worshiping God, but we fail to recognize how we ourselves are worshiping God. Every individual has to worship God for themselves. And David is one here that loved God. And David states here in this first verse, he said, the Lord hear thee in a day of trouble. He hears. God have ears. I think on one occasion David said he bowed down and heard my cry. David said he hear thee from the sanctuary. We are here this morning in God's sanctuary. Amen. This is an holy place. This is a place, amen, where we're supposed to come in and worship God. Recognize that this is a sacred place. How many of you know this is a sacred place? Amen. It's a sacred place, a safe haven. Amen. It can protect you from evil if you allow God's presence, amen, to come in you. You've got to invite God's presence within you yourself. Sanctuary, it is said, is a place of safety. You remember when President Bush, he put out a $10 million reward on Niagara. And Niagara turned around and put out $30 million over his head. And President Bush sent the whole army in Panama, amen, after one man. You sent him there because, amen, he had put a $10 million reward on his head, on Niagara's head. Niagara turned around and put a $30 million. And so he said, well, I better do something about this fellow, because somebody going to try to get me for that $30 million. And so what he did, he sent the whole United States Army at our expense. They're talking about Obama spending money wastefully. So here's a man sent a whole army after one man. Amen. Y'all remember, don't you? And they went all over the country of Panama looking for Niagara. Amen. When they thought that they saw him, he ran to the sanctuary. That's right. He ran to the sanctuary, which was the church house. He ran to the Catholic. Amen. Sanctuary. And you know what? They had sense enough to back off. Y'all ain't hear me. I mean, when Niagara got in the sanctuary, the whole army, United States Army, backed off. If you go to God, God will protect you. But you got to go to the Lord. Amen. Amen. Somebody said, go to him in secret prayer. Amen. Everybody don't have to know what you talking to God about. Amen. 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 You go. I think Jesus said, if you enter into your closet and shut the door, amen, pray to the Father in secret, and the Father which is seated in secret and hear thee in secret shall reward thee openly. Everybody does not have to hear what you're telling God. But you have to be sincere in your prayers to God. Amen. You can pray to God in secret. And when you pray to God in secret, he will he will answer you openly. And everybody know that God is your help. And David said he will give you help. In the day of trouble, he will hear thee. And he will send help from his sanctuary. Amen. Everybody need help, don't you? How many of you need help? And I wonder, can you recognize when you are being helped by someone? A lot of folks say, I'm going to help you. But can't you distinguish the difference when they are helping and not helping? Hello, somebody?